Imagine building your empire on loyalty only to be blindsided by the very people you trusted the most. That's exactly what happened with Mona Scott. And now she's cleaning the house. You know, I think that one went too far. You know what I'm saying honestly, because in all you know, and I think I'd like to think that right now I see that she's super successful in everything she's doing. I've always said I wish her all the best. I'd like to think that if she's going to be 100% honest, she knows that I never had anything but the best intentions for her, right? And the way that things transpired in that moment that it did, we were at an especially close place. Kirk and Rasheeda have been part of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta since the beginning. Over time they built a reputation as one of the franchise's most iconic couples, riding through cheating scandals, outside children, and business hustle. They weren't just cast members, they were faces of the brand. Fans either loved them or loved to hate them. But either way, they brought numbers. But behind the glam, the relationship between them and the show started shifting. Insiders say Rasheeda, once a fan favorite for her resilience and boss attitude, became more difficult to work with. She allegedly started making more demands off camera, wanting more control over how she was portrayed, pushing back on script outlines, and even refusing to film certain scenes if they didn't match the image she was trying to protect. Producers were frustrated. Rasheeda, who used to roll with the drama, began rejecting entire storylines, calling them fake and damaging to her brand. Multiple sources say she walked out of more than one meeting claiming she didn't need the show anymore. Meanwhile, Kirk wasn't helping. He was allegedly missing call times, arriving late to filming days, and causing tension with newer cast members. Some crew members claimed he acted like he was above the show, treating production like they owed him. There were also whispers of shady business practices. Everything from unpaid appearance fees to sneaky brand deals that bypass show contracts. Together, what used to be a power couple became a management headache. Still, Mana kept them around for the drama, for the legacy, and for the fans. But that patience didn't last forever. But Mana is no stranger to conflict. So what made this situation different? The answer lies in a massive blow-up that even Mana couldn't control. It all came to a head during a scheduled shoot earlier this season. What was supposed to be a basic filming day turned chaotic in minutes. Sources close to production say the scene was set for a discussion about Kirk's latest business project, but tensions were already running high. Rasheeda allegedly showed up irritated and immediately clashed with the producer over the setup. She accused the team of trying to bait her into looking bad on camera and refused to film what she called a fake storyline. A heated back and forth followed, and soon it escalated into a full-on shouting match. Crew members said Rasheeda screamed at producers, accusing them of trying to ruin her brand, and even threatened to walk out mid-scene. That's when security was reportedly called. According to several witnesses, it wasn't just yelling. It was hostile enough that the crew had to step in to calm things down. Then Kirk jumped in, siding with Rasheeda and telling producers to shut down the cameras. But it didn't stop there. He allegedly contacted network reps directly and demanded they pull the scene completely. That delay alone reportedly cost the production thousands of dollars. What was supposed to be a controlled filming day ended with no footage, a rattled crew, and a lot of unanswered calls. That's when Mona realized this wasn't just reality TV drama. It was full-blown sabotage. And it forced her to take the gloves off. You've got to be self-motivated. You cannot be looking for outside validation. Right, a lot of times people need the outside stimulus in order to get up and to get going. You've got to be able to find that within, because if not, you dead in the water, right? Because people are going to come and go in your life. People are going to support you at some times and not at others. And so you've got to be consistent with being able to be self-motivated. Following the chaos on set, Mona didn't waste time. Within 24 hours she held a closed-door meeting with her showrunners and legal team. According to sources inside that meeting, this wasn't just about an isolated blow-up. It was about a pattern. Repeated disrespect, ongoing violations of contract terms, and the loss of production time and money. Internal memos were circulated between VH1 execs and production leads, reportedly labeling Kirk and Rasheeda as non-cooperative, disruptive, and a liability. The word insubordination was used more than once, and Mona, who's always been known for keeping her cool and thinking long-term, had finally hit her limit. She gave the green light to terminate their contracts immediately. No more warnings, no more second chances. The couple didn't even get a formal heads up. Instead, they received a single call from a senior producer letting them know they were officially cut. No reunion, no final episode, no storyline wrap-up, just done. But Mona didn't stop there, and she didn't just cut him off. She exposed them too. And the tea she spilled had everyone talking. After the firing, Mona didn't release a formal statement, but she made her position crystal clear. In a sharp, carefully worded Instagram post, she wrote, "One thing about me, I'll feed you, but I won't tolerate being bitten." It didn't name anyone, but everyone in the industry knew exactly who it was aimed at: Kirk and Rasheeda. What fans didn't see on camera was how deep the betrayal actually went. According to multiple insiders, Mona discovered that Kirk and Rasheeda had been quietly feeding negative narratives to bloggers and gossip pages. They were reportedly blaming the show's editing team for twisting stories, saying the producers were manipulating footage to create drama that never existed. That alone was a red flag. But it gets worse. Behind the scenes, the couple was allegedly in talks with another network to launch a new reality series, one that would follow their lives, businesses, and family drama without Mona or VH1 involved. This wasn't just ambition. It was a direct threat. Mona built love and hip-hop into what it is today. And these two were not only biting the hand that fed them, they were trying to build a rival show using the fame they gained under her brand. To Mona, that crossed every line, and she saw it as betrayal, plain and simple. But what really set fans on fire, it was the fact that Mona hinted these two had been double agents for years. I ain't trying to do, you already know I'm not like when, where, how, when, so were the rest of the text messages at so I could find out this information about what y'all agreed to. Why are your text messages deleted? What you mean? I don't even know what the was being said. I was frustrated. I might have thought about, and I don't know if I sent same day. The next day I sent the money and did what I needed to do. That's it. I ain't do nothing else. The fallout didn't just hit Kirk and Rasheeda. It rippled across the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise. Cast members were instantly divided. Some of the OGs like Young Jock and Spice reportedly backed Mona, saying she'd been more than patient and had every right to protect her brand. They felt like Kirk and Rasheeda had been dragging their feet for seasons and finally pushed too far. But others weren't so quick to take sides. A few newer cast members privately said Mona's firing decision felt too harsh and that Rasheeda was just trying to control her image like many others do. Some felt like the drama was being used to send a warning shot to the rest of the cast: toe the line or you're next. Meanwhile, social media blew up with reactions. A person commented saying, "Mona should stop letting them run the show. Rasheeda has been checked out since season 9.